What's going on out there, people? It's Brother Ron, back with another episode of Brick by Brick. You know, we've been going over this quite some time, and we have to, drill it into our youth, and to those of us who just really don't get it. We need a code of conduct. So whether that code of conduct be something simple, whether that code of conduct be something, that's complex, we need a certain way that we move in these streets out here. What am I talking about? Code of conduct. If you're in the train and you see there's a woman who's pregnant, and you sitting down, brother, get your butt up, give her a seat. If you're seeing this an older lady standing up in front of you, get your butt up and give her a seat. We have to be men for our women. So things of that nature should be always done, second nature to us. When we look on top of that, we ask ourselves, well, what can we do further in our personal lives? Code of conduct. Make sure your bills are paid. You know what I mean? I mean, this ain't deep stuff. It's very simple, but we need a code of conduct. When you're around children, watch your mouth. Stop all the cursing. You don't gotta say nigga. You don't gotta say bitch. You don't gotta say all of this nonsense when you're around our children. You can edit it, So when we talk about this code of conduct thing, it's how we're gonna proceed in the upcoming years, in the upcoming decades, and centuries, and millenniums, and things of that nature. We have to find a way that is within and acceptable parameters that we act when we in the street, when we in public, when we at work, things of that nature. So, y'all know what it is. This is not nothing new. I definitely need some feedback. So I need y'all to contact me. Tell me what are some of your codes of conduct. Tell me some of the things that you think that we need to be doing as a people, as a community, and things of that nature. Should a code of conduct be that whenever you as a grown man see nonsense going on in the street, that you step in and you clarify that matter? That could be. So, us at the Brick by Brick Show, we want you as part of the community to let us know exactly what it is that we can do in this whole code of conduct thing. All right? So, hit us up. Y'all know the information. Y'all see it there at the bottom of the screen. And we'll be waiting for your input. Brother Ron, Brick by Brick. My man. Yeah. So y'all know this is the part of the show I like. This is, I'm a book fiend. The whole reading initiative that we have with Professor Carlton Jones down there in Philly. And, just exposing our youth and our community to certain books that we definitely need to be looking at. I'm gonna bring a book to y'all right now, to your consciousness, The Hidden Messages in Water. All right. This book is by Masaru Emoto. It's a New York Times bestseller. And basically what this book is telling us is that water, you see that crystal right there on that book cover? Water is integral in relaying messages and crystallizing messages and receiving messages. Water is integral in all of that. So this doctor, what he did was he did some experiments. And he took water and he froze the water. But before he froze the water, he wrote messages on paper and wrapped it around the bottles of water. When he froze the water that had negative messages such as I kill you, I hate you, you're stupid, the ice froze in ugly crystal formations. It froze in asymmetrical formations. But when he froze messages around the bottle of love, of you are worthy, I love you, things of that nature, it came out to be beautiful crystals like the one you saw in the book cover. So then he went a step further and did music. So we took rock and roll and some of the heavy metal music that has a satanic overtone, and he played that music while he froze the water. And then he also did it with classical music and spiritual music and things of that nature. And the water, once again, froze and gave a different, the negative music or the satanic infused music gave negative satanic infused crystallizations in the water. Whereas when you looked at the spiritual music and the classical music, it gave off beautiful formations. What does that tell me? That tells me that the energy, the words, the vibrations is affecting this water. So if it's affecting that water, we have to realize our bodies are majority water. So are these words, are these vibrations, are these feelings affecting our own bodies? I would go so far as to say that when somebody says they hate you, it's affecting you in a negative way. When somebody says they love you, it's affecting you in a positive way. So that alone is something that's important to your body chemistry, the vibrations that's coming through. So if this water was affected by it, then I can just imagine that your body's water is also affected by it. So that's definitely one book that I guarantee you will be amazed if you read. So once again, The Hidden Messages in Water by Masaru Emoto. I might have messed his name up, but you know, no disrespect. Now I'm gonna move on to the next one. This book right here. This is a crazy one. So this is The Accidental Empire, okay? And that's by Gershom Gorenberg. Yeah. So The Accidental Empire. What is this book about? This book is about Egypt, okay? Excuse me, Israel. And basically what it's saying is that Israel has the land that it has and has become the power that it has by accident. First of all, there's no such thing as accidents, so kill that. I ain't trying to hear that. Secondly, an empire, something as dominant as an empire, never happens by accident. So the title is a little misleading, but the information in the book is very interesting. So the book goes on, I'm gonna grab this up real quick. The book goes on and it's telling you about the players that had something to do with this whole Israel becoming a country, okay? And it talks about the cast of characters. So just real briefly, I should have had my glasses. Y'all gotta pardon me, I might squint a little, I don't got my glasses. It says the cast of characters are everybody from, you have the Minister of Foreign Education, the Minister of Labor, you have the Menachem Begin, who was the Prime Minister. You have everybody from Moshe Dayan to Levi Eshkol, and these are just, you know, some of the Israeli cast of characters. But then you have American cast of characters. Some of the American cast of characters, Gerald Ford, Lyndon Johnson, Henry Kissinger. These are names everybody know. Richard Nixon. So all these men had their hand in the creation and the formation of Israel as we know it today. I mean, then you look at some of the other ones. You got Yasser Arafat. You got Yasser Arafat was the head of the PLO. You got Mohammed Ali al-Jabari. He was the mayor of Hebron. You got Nasser when he was the president of Egypt. All these men had something to do with this. So this gives you it breaks down to you basically how the mechanisms actually came to be, how the 6-Day War occurred. For those who don't know about the 6-Day War, Israel went to war with Syria, Egypt, you know, the surrounding countries and beat all their ass. Some bad boys. But then in doing that, now they start expanding. They took over some of Jordan. They took over some of Syria. They took over some of, you know, these different countries. So this book right here, once again, let me get up here so y'all can see this. The Accidental Empire, all right? I definitely suggest that you read that book. And if it's not that book, you know, any book is good. Once again, I'm gonna let y'all know the initiative we have for our youth out here. If you read a book, we got money for you. If you read a book by our people or about our people, then we'll double the amount. So in Philly, they was doing $10 and $20. I don't think we're doing $10 and $20 because there's more people up here than it is Philly. But we could do 5 and 10. So you write a book, you read a book, you write a 3-page synopsis of that. We got $5 for you, children. You read a book about our people or by our people, we got $10. So that's definitely something that we're looking to bring up here to New York City. And my brother Carl down in Philly that started that, we definitely want to big you up. And we want to get the children to read, man. We got to get the babies reading. So whether it's this book, whether it's that book, what have you, get your children a book, get them a library card, you know, get them internet access so they can go online, whatever it is. But that's where we at with it. So, you know, our reading initiative is full blown and is moving. Join us, help these children learn how to read. One of the things that we definitely want to do is we want to give people books to suggestions. So I got a couple of books, you know, suggestions that I'm actually reading and one I've read already that I would say integral in us living and getting a good idea of what this world is about. So the first one I'm gonna hit y'all with is this one right here. I don't know if y'all can see this. This is Frantz Fanon, Wretched of the Earth, okay? This brother right here, man, some of the things that he drops in this book is ridiculously intelligent. So the premise of the book is about colonialism. And you have some of these, well, let me take a step back. Brother Fanon is from Algeria. For those who don't know, Algeria is in Africa. Algeria was colonized by the French. So in his book, he speaks about how they had the Algerian Revolution and, you know, they went from being a colony of France to being an independent country. But lo and behold, they still had the same dynamic in place. So we went from having Europeans being the colonizers to what they call neo-colonialism, where the Africans were colonizing their own self. So it makes no difference from what he's saying who your oppressor is as long as you have one, whether your oppressor has white skin or black skin. And some of the things that we need to do, some of the blueprint or some of the footsteps we need to follow in are in this book right here. So this is definitely a must read. Where I'm at, I'm on page, what page I'm on? I'm on page 122 right now. So, you know, I got a couple more pages to go. But this is definitely something that I would suggest we all get our hands on and read. Wretched of the Earth by Frantz Fanon. He wrote another book. What was the other book that he wrote? Don't Give Me the Line. I think it's something by the name of Black Person, White Skin, or something like that. But yeah, I definitely suggest Brother Fanon's book for y'all to read. Another one that I've read, and I think that we should all read, is The Iceman Inheritance, okay? Maybe that'd be a little better. Y'all can see it like that. So what, I'm a little clumsy. It's all right. The Iceman Inheritance by Michael Bradley. And this is a European, a white man who's written this book, and he gives it up. It is definitely a great read. I'm gonna read the first little bit right now real quick for y'all, if you don't mind, you know, reading this fundamental. But don't laugh at my glasses neither. That's not cute. So the book starts off. Chapter 1, Greek Gifts, Western Technology. This is a racist book. For among other things, I will attempt to show that racism itself is a predisposition of but one race of mankind, the white race. I believe that I can show that our converging contemporary crises, like racism itself, have their origins in the prehistory of the white race alone. We attribute various threats to our survival to man's folly, but this is a conscious and self-protecting euphemism. Interesting. And it's not that this is an Asian man saying this. It's not that it's a Hispanic man saying this or a black man saying this. This is a white man saying this about white people. Not to go on a tangent, but it's definitely worth reading, all right? So those two books, plus a score of others. Last time we was here, I talked about my favorite book in the world, which is Claude Brown. He wrote the, damn, I'm dumbing out right now. Claude Brown, Man-Child in the Promised Land. One of the best books I've ever read. So I definitely suggest we go out there, we read a book. What's going on, people? One of the things that we've definitely talked about over the time on Brick by Brick is a code of conduct. So It was something I ran across not too long ago. It's basically a small piece of work that encapsulates what I was talking about. Let me show it to you. It's right here. I know you can't see it. I'm gonna read it to you right real quick. The Black Code. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it's a dozen things that they speak about that should be a code to our everyday life, all right? We do not steal from one another. We do not kill one another. We do not sell or offer drugs to one another. We do combine our dollars and buy collectively as a group. We protect our own women and children first. We educate our own at every chance. We do not fight one another. Now, we're going to stop right there. That one's in bold. We do not fight one another. Next. Brothers protect and build up one another. Sisters protect and build up one another. Brothers protect and build up sisters. Sisters protect and build up brothers. And lastly, we look for every opportunity to start our own business servicing the needs of our people first. I don't think y'all understand me. We look for every opportunity to start our own business servicing the needs of our people first. So there was something that I ran across online. You know, you go on these different pages and websites, and they spoke about, real briefly, black women go to Korean women for their nail needs. What do Korean women go to black women for? And there was no answer to that. So we have to have some kind of product, some kind of service that we as a people give the masses. I mean, we can't say we do music no more because you got, you know what I'm saying, Macklemore and Eminem and, you know, so it can't be music. It can't be sports, you know what I mean, because you got different people of all ethnicities, and not that we want those things to be our, you know, stranglehold on what we got to give anyway. But we must look for every opportunity to start our own business servicing the needs of our people first. And that's not saying that you have to strictly live by the code of only my people. But at least can we be first? So, once again, we do not steal from one another. We do not kill one another. We do not sell or offer drugs to one another. We do combine our dollars and buy collectively as a group. We protect our own women and children first. We educate our own at every chance. We do not fight one another. Brothers protect and build up one another. Sisters protect and build up one another. Brothers protect your sisters, brothers protect and build up sisters. Sisters protect and build up brothers. And lastly, we look for every opportunity to start our own business, servicing the needs of our people first. Who can disagree with that? I mean, if there's somebody who disagrees with it, get at me. I have no qualms about having a healthy back and forth dialogue. I see Asians do this on a regular. I see Latinos do this on a regular. I see Europeans do this on a regular. So, I mean, even the hyena does it against the lion. I mean, come on, man. Everybody do this. So the quicker we as a people can start doing this, then I can't guarantee it, but I would be comfortable to say that we be in a better place in this society. So, again, the Black Code, we've definitely been talking about this. We need a code of conduct. And this isn't it. This is just 12 things right here. But it's definitely a starting point for us to be able to, sidebar, she got a hell of an afro on here, don't she? You see this afro right here? That's a hell of an afro on that sister. I ain't gonna lie. That's kind of fly. But we need to definitely start incorporating this into our lives. So, as I said, if anybody disagrees with that, get at me. We'll go from there. Brother Ron, Brick by Brick, and we out. What's going on, people? Brother Ron, Brick by Brick. We got another special guest in the house. Very beautiful special guest, may I add. This young lady has traveled the globe, has mastered the fine art of singing, and now she's going to take on the endeavors of being a talk show host. So I want everybody to give it up for Tamira Sanders. How you doing, sister?
I'm good, thank you. Good to meet you.
I'm good, thank you. Don't be all shy now.